Hello, my beloved Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and the North Node. Welcome, Gemini. This will be your prophetic love reading, okay? I thank you so much for your time and I thank you for joining me. Um, Welcome to a seer's world. To those keen or interested in becoming, in booking me for a personal reading, I do offer those. You'll find my email listed in my description box below, okay? Let us tap into this energy, Gemini. Let us tap into this message. Let us tap into this reading. Let us talk to the divine, okay? So I'd like to begin this prophetic love reading with a poem. Now, use your own intuition, discernment, and understanding with regards to this, okay? Take it out, apply it as it fits for your reality, okay, Gemini? And then we'll start the prophetic love reading afterwards. So let's commence. This poem is titled Death. I know, dark, gruesome, gory, grotesque, all things disgustingly just cringe. You might be getting an ick right now. But let's see. It reads as follows, okay? The poem reads as follows. Why do you fear me? I am your friend. I but guide travelers rounding the bend. Load them to freedom from time and age. Help them start writing on a new page. Let's read it again. Why do you fear me? I am your friend. I but guide travelers rounding the bend. Load them to freedom from time and age. Help them start writing on a new page. Okay, Gemini? Interesting. So let's begin with your prophetic love reading. I just heard a love note or a scribbled up love note that somebody will never reveal, or love notes writing that somebody will never reveal, or hidden words, okay? Hidden expressions of confessions, okay? So I'm channeling an energy of a womanizer or a man eater. If it's a masculine energy, it's a womanizer. If it's a feminine energy, it's a man eater. So this is somebody who has been around, okay? Almost to the extent of no return, because they deem themselves with high pride and ego of this person that everybody wants, okay? This is somebody that sees themselves as the victory or the prize in every and any relationship, even friendship. They walk with a stride of true pride, okay? True ego. The type of pride and ego that is disgusting, okay? This person looks at you as someone they failed to conquer, like a failed challenge for themselves, as this womanizer, as this man eater. Like, oh goodness, I failed to conquer Gemini. I couldn't win over Gemini's heart so that I can be able to break it and leave them in that brokenness, okay? This is an energy of a person that goes around breaking hearts. They get into relationships just to hurt people. They have a fetish for pain. Okay, they get gratification off of other people's pain. Okay, they have a masochist gene. Okay, and they're very much a sadist. So a masochist and a sadist. Masochism and sadism. Okay, this is what they practice by way of what they choose to do every day. with regards to their own love life. They plot against those they connect with. What's the best way to approach this person so that I can win them over by way of their own heart chakra opening itself up to me so that I can get in there and just rip it right out of their chest and move on. They couldn't do that to you though, Gemini. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and the North Node. Somebody couldn't take your heart out your chest. Somebody couldn't break your heart. And they feel so deeply in sorrow, so deeply in agony, just true pain. It's almost as if all the energy they tried to project onto you has returned to sender. You're the only one they haven't been able to womanize or man eat. You know, you're the only one that's standing firm in your own individuality and identity. You're the only one that they didn't leave faceless, because they break hearts and leave people in brokenness until people don't know who they are anymore. This is someone who they vow to be the one that takes their lovers to therapy after dealing with them. Like, oh, they boast about that, very boastful type of energy of a person here. They like to be like that. And they vowed that they're going to put you through that situation or through that circumstance, or they're going to put you in that state of being with that predicament, but it never happened. You keep dodging bullets, or you keep vibrating very high. Your frequency, your wavelength, they can't come at you or approach you with this energy. It repels, okay? It's not parallel at all. You and this person are not the same. You don't resonate, you don't connect, and you already saw their true colors. Their biggest dream or wish or fantasy was that you didn't see their true colors, because then it'd be easy to manipulate you into believing that there's someone that they're not, and they really aren't who they claimed to be. They just looked at you, observed you, studied how you are, and then masked themselves and cloaked themselves in whatever identity they saw fit to be the one to win you over. This is somebody that eats pain, or they feed from it, or they get gratification from it, rather. When they date somebody, they don't want that person to walk away whole and complete. You have to have something missing inside of you, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. There has to be something, some form of trauma, some form of pain, some form of heartache, heartbreak, something. That's who they are. That's who they've always been. But the divine move in this situation is, Gemini, somebody has fallen in love with you. This very same person is now the one in love. The one that used to rip people's hearts out their chest is now the one with their heart ripped out their chest. Isn't that ironic? You are the catalyst, or you are the vessel. You are the cause, the root source of why they're in karma right now. When you cross roads or crossed paths with this person, you were nothing but karma to them. They were nothing but a lesson to you. You were meant to take from that what you needed for your own journey, your own walk, your own path, and rise above it. The problem is, this person didn't expect that. Imagine somebody, an analogy, a reference point, a case study, an example. Somebody spends their whole entire life living a specific way by way of the way they choose to approach reality, their world, and people in it. And then they live like that, so they get used to it, or get accustomed to it, or they get, acquitted to that type of living. It's like, yeah, this is acquainted to that type of living, it's something that, you know, that's what they choose, until it backfires with that one instance where there's that wrong move they make towards the right person. And now all that they've lived returns to haunt them because of just that one experience with that one person. So coming back to the generalization of this message, clearly somebody messed around and found out. They messed around and found out, and now they want you to go through what they're going through. Somebody, they just don't want to live with the fact that you didn't fall for them, that you don't care, and you really would rather be left alone. That has the masochist gene in them, or the sadist gene in them, deactivated. So they no longer even living with these high-ranking demons with the same housing internally, because you've changed the structure of their own DNA. They're no longer a sadist. They're no longer a masochist. They feel you are towards them, though. You are the one that is showing them who they've always been. You are reflecting their own mirror. And they just can't live with that. But who's to say that the hearts they've broken are able to cope as well with what they've put these people through? This is no one to feel sorry for. The role you played in their life is very significant to what needed to happen to them for them to stop what they've been doing to people. Because the divine hears the tears of the people whose hearts are broken because of this person. And what should the divine do? Always tend to heal these people, always having to attend to them because somebody is a fiend, an energy vampire, somebody's a leech, a parasite, and they choose willingly to make that decision to be that way. What is that? That's somebody signing themselves up for a contract of serious karmic debt. It's better if you don't know any better. But if you know better and don't do better, that ring a rosy comes around the bend, right? And it hits you when you least expect it, like Cupid's arrow. And then, hey, you have to take it because you dished it out to the universe. And you are leaving a bad taste in their mouth. They can't swallow their own medicine. They need a remedy that they can't produce because they're not the elixir or the cure or the antidote to the heartbreak. You are. The only thing that will get somebody out of this predicament is if you love them, if you open your heart to them. But that's something you shall never do. You've already accepted and vowed to that truth, and you've made peace with it. Because this is somebody that definitely ruffled your feathers because you took offense to the way they thought you were. Like, how insulting. They basically were insulting your intelligence. Like, oh, you just easy prey, or you just this target, you just this challenge. And knowing myself, I've conquered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hearts, and I can do it again. So take that how it fits, how it resonates. Okay, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and the North Node. This was your prophetic love reading. Thank you so much for joining me. This was a seer's world. Okay, a seer's world. To those keen or interested in booking me for personal readings, My email will be listed in my description box below. I thank you so much for your time, Gemini. See you soon, beloved. Goodbye.